Hey guys, here with another video. This is going to be a short one. I'm working on a carrier, and let me get a good view here. Carrier infinity system for a customer's house. She has two, one upstairs, one downstairs. That's the model number right there. 2-ton, 24 ANA 124A310 is the model. 2009. Basically, guys, just a short video on troubleshooting the condenser fan motor. This specific system, this is an Infinity, uses a ECM condenser fan motor, not your typical PSC fan motor. And what they do is it's a two-stage unit, and high and low stage, you got your circuit board here. And your circuit board, here's your communicating bus right here, the ABCD terminal bus. That's what's communicating with your thermostat and calling for dehumidification or high stage cool, low stage cool. It's just a straight AC. This isn't a heat pump. And then you got all your various different pressure switches in here. If you look at these two wires in here, one's labeled PWM1 yellow and the other one's PWM2 blue. Those are your speed taps for the fan motor. The motor has, and I'll show you the motor here in a second, the motor has two wires that tie into the contactor, which is right in here. High voltage, one on one leg, one on the other leg. That's constantly hot. That motor's always going to be supplied 240 when the contactor's pulled in, obviously. Now these here is what cause it to go on low and high speed. The way you troubleshoot them, if you have especially a high pressure lockout, like this, in this case what was going on, it was locked out on high pressure. Definitely make sure your contactor's pulled in. Obviously the compressor was running, so I knew it was. I checked my outgoing power, make sure I had 240 just to double check. And then here, the yellow and the blue, you put your meter on DC volts, and one lead on yellow, the other one on blue, on that PWM terminals. And if you get, I have to look back at there's the manual up there. I think it's like 9 volts DCs for first stage and like 10.5 volts DCs for second stage. As long as you're getting that pulse signal of DC volts between those two terminals, that lets you know the board is supplying the proper voltage. So if you're getting, like in this case, it was calling for high stage. I had it on test mode, and I had 10 volts DC between here and here. It was giving me, I had like 10.2 volts or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And the motor was new, nothing. It was just dead in the water. It wasn't spinning or making any noise or anything like that, which is usually the case. That lets you know you got a bad motor, and that just eliminates. Now, if you got the thermostat calling for high stage cool and the compressor's running, contactors pulled in, you got proper 240 volts, and you're not getting the proper DC voltages between these two terminals, then suspect you probably have an issue with the circuit board not giving you the proper output. But that's just kind of a little crash course on troubleshooting the Carrier Infinity ECM condenser fan motor. And I'll show you the motor here in a second once I get this bad boy swapped out. Good thing it's under warranty because it's an expensive part. Alrighty, see you in a second, guys. Alright, guys, got the new fan in place. System's up and running. I got it on test mode, checkout mode on the Infinity thermostat. We are currently running on high stage right now. You can see I got my plugs on the PWM1 yellow and PWM2 blue, and I'm on DC voltage on my field piece, and we are running about 10.7, 10.8 DC volts. If you go to the manual, this soggy manual here, outdoor fan motor operation, we got the 24, which is the first one, 2-ton. Low stage, we should be, between those two terminals, we should be 9.57 DC volts. On our high stage, we should be 10.88 DC volts. And we are right on the money. So, I'm gonna go ahead and run it on low stage and see what we get. Alright guys, I'm walking up to the unit. It's just about to go into low stage. Oh, it actually is on low stage right now. Let's see, fan is still operating. And according to this chart, just to kind of verify here, for that 24 ANA 124 low stage, we should be 9.57 between these two terminals, and we're at 9.1, 9.2 DC volts. So that lets me know we are running in low stage, and that's pretty much all it is for the these infinity systems, guys. Pretty straightforward. They do go out pretty frequently, these condenser fan motors. I have replaced several of them in warranty. Sometimes within the first year, it just happens, just like every other ECM motor, no different. But that's how to troubleshoot them, guys. So remember, always keep your high voltage. The voltage is always going to be constant on that motor. That's why this brown motor this brown wire here is the common, and it's on the outlet of the contactor, and this black wire here goes in your incoming line of the contactor, L1. That's always hot. There's always 240 going to that motor even when the system is off, or idle, whatever you want to call it. This is where you check if the board is giving you the proper DC voltages. If it's not giving you the DC voltages we just went over, it's a bad board. If it is, it's a bad motor. So, and they don't sell these motor and module separate. They're all together in one intact piece. So that's it, guys. Alrighty, see you on the next one.